Welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back with what I think is another exponential and massive gem for you guys to check out. This is TIG, T-I-G, the innovation game. So we all know when it comes to social media platforms, just the internet in general, X, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, YouTube, it's all about algorithms, right? It's all about tapping into the algorithm to create your content and make your content explode. You have to make content that taps into the algorithm so you could become a very massive content creator, right? There are certain platforms and certain algorithms or certain types of content that gets more clicks than others, right? And that data, that, figuring out those algorithms is massive for companies, for people at large, for institutions, you name it, right? The innovation game is a protocol designed to accelerate algorithmic innovation using artificial intelligence, right? This is one of the greater use cases of AI, right? So TIG is basically using AI to control and figure out all of these algorithms from not just social media, but all types of different platforms. And I think this is a massive gem. It's been out for a good amount of time. People have already covered it multiple times. They already have, an explorer. The team is massive as well. The CEO and founder, John Fletcher, is a genius. He's an extremely smart guy. I've seen interviews with him explaining how TIG works. He's, extremely intelligent. Cambridge University, just extremely intelligent. So if you're into tech, if you're into the crypto, if you're into the utility of the space and the technology of the space, this is one of the projects you can't ignore, right? In my opinion, if you're betting on TIG, you're betting on John Fletcher as the CEO's genius, right? He's very, very intelligent, right? So if you go for the website, the innovation game, there's different challenges to unlock these different algorithms. Very interesting, very intellectually sound project we have with TIG, right? Just go through the website. I'm telling you guys, it's up. Right now, it's steadily outperforming the market, up 11% in the past 24 hours. Another base project. Like I said, I'm only covering projects on base from now on. I am past Solana. I don't want to see anything involved with Solana. It's only base for me from now on. Personally, I think, right, I know investing, especially in this space, has been extremely difficult for even in this bull cycle. A lot of people said this bull cycle was the worst bull cycle ever, right? And this year in general with the tariffs and crypto teetering on whether we're in a bear market or not, it felt like we've been in a bear market for the past 6 to 8 months and we haven't even entered the bear market yet. There are gems that will still perform in the bear market, I personally think, and TIG is one of them, right? So I personally think you should invest, right, at least $1,000 into TIG. $1,000, is not anything too crazy, right? Because personally, I think this project could get to $10, even $100, right? They put all the liquidity to Aerodrome from Uniswap. And if you take a look at this wick, right? The wick for bridging all of the liquidity to Aerodrome wick the project to $100. In crypto, there's a saying, the wicks get filled. The wicks always get filled, right? So $100 per TIG is very possible, right? The tokenomics are pretty similar to Tau, and Tau is one of the biggest projects, AI projects in the space. So if you take a look at TIG, the full max supply is 131 million, but the total supply is 35 million, right? And the circulating supply is around 13.61 million right now. If you take a look at Tau is at $281 with the total supply at 21 million, right? So TIG potentially getting to $100 per token or per coin, because it is a chain as well, right? For a TIG to get to $100, it's very feasible, right? So I personally think TIG could get to a billion market cap from here, if not 2 billion market cap. I think it's in leagues with Tau, right? I think TIG could potentially be the next Tau, and Tau is sitting at 2.9 billion market cap right now, right? TIG is sitting at 20 million market cap circulating and 37.3 million FDV, right? So I personally think TIG could get to 1 billion to 2 billion market cap, maybe even 3 to 4 to 5 billion, because of, you know, its utility, how the algorithms are a multi-trillion-dollar asset class, and as long as they could tap into companies, institutions, you know, buying into their protocol to unlock these algorithms with their AI device products, I think this project will be extremely massive. And I'm just looking at it from how it's performing right now. This is a nice tweet. This is from someone that holds KTA, probably got KTA early, Tibber, Tau early, right? One of the projects they're extremely bullish on is TIG, right? You saw KTA went from less than 20 million market cap all the way to 1.3 billion market cap, and potentially will go to 5 to 10 billion in the future, because a lot of people are still bullish on KTA. Tibber went from basically nothing all the way up to 2 to 300, 400 mil market cap, right? And I think TIG will make a move similar, right? That's why someone like Mizon here has these tickers in his bio, because he's already been successful in KTA, Tibber, Tau, and now TIG is undervalued, and TIG could potentially make a move like these projects that I've mentioned and he has in his bio, right? So normal companies lock their best algorithms in a safe. TIG does the opposite. Best algorithm wins and goes open source immediately, so everyone can stack on it. That's why the speed records keep breaking every few weeks. It's like open source Linux beating closed Windows, but for AI math and with money attached. Okay, I think this project will be absolutely massive. Again, it's up 13% when the rest of the market is saying zero, zilch. All of the other coins are down, and this one is up 13%. I think $100 is very possible for this project. Obviously, you know, short term, mid term, you could see $5 to $10, right? That's more realistic. $1,000 invested into TIG gets you around, you know, 1,300 tokens, right? $10 is 13,000. $100 is six figures, 130K. Think it's very possible, right? You have to buy and hold when it comes to projects like these, because they take their time. They're not super fast pumps, but when people start to pay attention and more people get in, that's when you see the projects, you know, that's when you see projects like this really start to pick up, right? So let me get your thoughts below. If you hold TIG, leave a reply. Give me any information you want to in the replies as well. If this is the first time you're hearing about the project, let me know what you think. And once again, none of this is financial advice. I'll catch you in the next video.